So I'd just like to recap on what we do. For those who are watching one of our videos for the first time, we're a construction consultancy. We specialise in project management, cost consultancy, building surveying, principal designer, and lastly, construction management. Now, construction management has been one of the things that's always given us our USP. It's given us not just the consultancy and advisory experience and knowledge, but it's also given us contracting and construction knowledge. And that's what's led us into this client demand service, which is contracting and construction works. So I'd like to introduce Paul. Paul's new into the business, and it's Paul's responsibility as business development manager to pretty much take on this part of the business. So Paul, why don't you just tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, I started my career with Sainsbury's in '79. I was in the stores up to store manager for the first 10 years. Then I moved to head office to join the property department, where I became a property construction manager, and then just worked my way up to 26 years to give me a total of 36 years of the company. So experiencing not just the construction side, but also from the store side, what the customer expects.
So that's in the retail sector, is it, Paul?
That's in the retail sector. And then I left there in 5 years ago and joined Dartmouth General Contractors, where I then started to learn the construction side of. We're working in retail, working in education, working in the healthcare sector. So it gave me that little bit of insight of the other side of the fence, that when I was at Sainsbury's, now I'm on the other side of the fence delivering for a construction company. And then following that, I moved from Dartmouth General Contractors to join Evolution5 because of the project that I want to do, bring in main contracting.
So Paul, given your experience retail as a client and also a contractor, I take it that's kind of some of the areas we'd be looking for this new contracting service?
Yeah, I mean, the clients that I'm talking to and looking at to bring into Evolution5 are retail clients, because I'm talking their language. I can give them the confidence that Evolution5 have got the retail experience, and that, whatever we say we're going to deliver, we deliver. And that's where I feel my expertise is, given our retail clients the confidence that they've got a retail person there telling them what Evolution are going to deliver, and also making sure that our operations team deliver what we have told our client we will deliver.
Fantastic. So for those watching the video, retail is obviously one of the areas and sectors that we're going to be targeting. Is there any other type of work and sectors that we look at?
Looking at going into the petroleum, into petrol filling stations, that's a little bit of a more complex client to have, but I believe if we start off within doing kiosk extensions and refurbishment works, and then maybe my aim is that we will go down to the full petrol station conversion or new later on in our journey. But I feel the capacity we've got is that we can offer our clients in petroleum the service to convert, extend, fit out new kiosks.
So there's a full suite of contracting works there.
Yes.
So moving on to your good self, Glenn. So Glenn, you have a lot of experience in those sectors, retail, petroleum, and the like. So just give us a bit of an overview of your experience and as the person going to be responsible for delivering.
Okay. So construction's been my life since I left school. Then went into retail in 2005, 2006. Started working for Sainsbury's projects, small convenience, and then also involved in that with Sainsbury's petrochem forecourts, and met Paul. So Paul was obviously on the Sainsbury's side of things then, and we're delivering schemes for Sainsbury's and with Paul alongside as a PM for them. Then career changed. I then stayed in retail, but I ended up in larger main estate. So new extensions on large main estate stores, then through to developing new builds for Sainsbury's, Tesco's and the like. Again, and also new forecourt builds for Shell, Esso, BP, Sainsbury's again. And then went to work at Dartmouth Paul was there, and we then developed the retail side even more with at Dartmouth, bringing on Colt distribution centres, building fabric repairs for the distribution centres, loads of opportunities like that. I stayed with that, and been pretty much with retail ever since. So I've quite a strong arm in my skill set, really. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Glenn. So Paul's going to go out and speak to clients, find out what they want, where opportunities may lie, and match up our experience to their needs. But ultimately, it's going to be down to you to deliver the promises Paul is making on our behalf. So, what kind of things are important to the client from your experience in those sectors, and how can we give the confidence to the client that we can deliver?
The biggest thing, especially on a live trading retail site, is customer journey, where you've got to make sure that the customers are not affected, or the trading hours are affected to a minimal. They just lost time is lost in revenue. So that's one of the big key factors. It's just then installing that into our site teams to make sure that the customer journey is the right way to be. We have the teams that we've got on board that I've developed over the last year, 18 months. We have bought from my retail background. So it's all people that I know from the past who have always delivered me a very good project. So we've got the right team on board, right training qualifications and stuff like that. So yeah.
Fantastic. And Paul, when you're out meeting with potential clients who may be interested in what we do, what kind of things will be important to the clients, and how can we make sure, even before we get to delivery, we can give them that confidence that we're the right choice for them?
Coming from my background, from the three things that I will want to make sure that we deliver is cost, quality and time. That we need to bring projects in on time to program, bring them in on cost, but also bring the quality with that. And if we give the client those three things, that I know will be a bigger benefit for us to get more work going forward, because the client can see that we can deliver what we say, and the teams are there getting it across.
And you both mentioned, live working environments and the criticality of handover. So, that says to me a lot of pre-planning, pre-programming. Is that the way, Glenn, this works on
That's the
this
biggest,
type of?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, that's the biggest key to this. It's all pre-development works up front. So you've just got to make sure you spend the time, you're methodical, you plan it, you sit down with the store's retail team, you work out their peak hours, so there's minimal disruption to them. And once you've got a phasing document in place, you've created the program, you make sure that that's reviewed numerous times before you start on site by the whole of the retail lead within whatever a project, whether petrochem or the retail food industry. We just got to make sure your chapter and verse all the way through, and then it makes the scheme deliver so much easier. And also the client has then got so much assurances up front because they've seen you do all the work, so they know before you get to site they're in good hands, and that's one of the key things.
I mean, I'd just like to add to that as a business development manager, I'm not just going to get the work from the client and hand it over to Glenn and his team to deliver. I will be going to site, I will be seeing the project through from conception to delivery, making sure that the team have delivered what I promised the client, and I will be meeting the client regularly to make sure they're happy that we are delivering what we said in the beginning, and we deliver at the end what they're expecting.
So it's taking full accountability, isn't it? We
Yes.
make those promises, and then we deliver on those
Yes.
promises. That's fantastic. And in terms of, we talked about the type of work, in terms of refurbishment, new builds, what have you. But I guess clients in that sector will also have smaller, more reactive type of works. Is that something we will be looking at as well?
Yeah, I mean, although we've all spoken about the main contractor arm, what I also want to run alongside it is the small works arm, because a lot of our clients, and I've got two at the moment that I'm talking to, that would like that man in a van that can go into a small project short time and give that service. And it's not a 24/7 we're going to go and fix a leak and tap, but it is having a crew there that we can use and go and help them with small works. And two of the clients I'm speaking to, that is something they're really interested in.
Paul, that's great. That's a great explanation. So in addition to, like we just said, the refurb, new build, and then this more sort of reactive type work for our clients, we haven't talked about fit out. Does fit out type works fit into what we're looking to achieve?
Yeah, I mean, again, what our clients are asking, they don't always want a new build. I'm talking to clients that just take over a shell or a shop in the high street, and what they're looking for is someone that can go in there and fit it out and get it ready and open. So again, I'm talking to clients about actually just shop fit outs, which don't include construction side of it. It's just the fit out of a store.
Great stuff, great stuff. So one of the things, for those who watched the last video, one of the things I did clarify is, and I think it's important for contractors, consultants, subcontractors, suppliers, is this is a sector and type of work we're moving into that we don't currently operate in. So as project managers, cost consultants, this isn't an area we're now going to move into. This is purely on the contracting construction works. So I think that's important. And as I said before, anybody who's interested to come and work with us or have any opportunities, or we can create opportunities, we really look forward to speaking to people. So I think that's a good clarification for this video.
Yep.
So Glenn, moving on. So we talked about, Paul's just mentioned the type of work and what we're looking to achieve. The success of that, though, we talked about quality, time and cost, but the success of that is having the right team around us. So have we got the right team? Are we ready to deliver? We got the right team in place?
Yeah, we have. We've got quite a diverse skill set within us. We've got site managers which got retail experience. We've got teams within on the senior management side, project management side, who've also got full retail experience. I've got full petrochem and retail experience right the way through. From construction, from out the ground all the way through to project completion. Of course, naturally, we've got the commercial side anyway, as one of our consultancy levels. So yeah, no, we've got the right team inside. Yeah.
So we got the right people,
Yep.
and we got enough of the right people at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the people we've got at the moment is right for the amount of work that we're looking at bringing in. But you know, if there's more work comes in, we'll build accordingly, and we'll vet the right people for the right job. Yeah, definitely.
And moving that on, so if I'm a client right now, I'm watching this video, I'm thinking, great, I like the sound of these guys. They know they're experienced and knowledgeable in this area. They know what they're talking about, but I'm just worried in terms of delivery. Do they have the supply chain? So given the fact we do construction management, can you answer that one, Glenn? Do we have the right supply chain to deliver?
Yeah, so for the last year, I've spent a lot of time building up the supply chain for the construction management side of things, and also back when I was doing the distribution centres, which was nationwide, I built up a supply chain around all of those distribution centres, so you didn't have to travel 300 miles to go to a distribution centre. You could just pick up a local trade. So they're still friends, they're still acquaintances through the industry. So yeah, and they're all willing to work with us, so which is all good.
So thanks for that, Glenn. So, I mean, one of the things, as people know, is we do construction management. So I think, you know, in terms of contracting, we do all those processes anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
From pre-construction planning, programming, procurement of trade contractors and subcontractors, management of those contractors, construction phase health and safety plan. So although it's a slightly different contractual link, we're actually doing all of that anyway. So
Yeah.
for any clients out there who may be considering us, you know, for one of their projects, we're doing it anyway. So Glenn, Paul, thank you very much for your time today. I think it was really informative for anyone watching this video. If anyone has any opportunities, we'd be really look forward to hearing from you. If anyone wants to come and work with us as a supplier or a subcontractor, consultants, please do get in contact. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there was some good content in it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. We really look forward to hearing from you.